Once again, more updates from the federal trial of Sean Diddy Combs. Keep in mind, the vast majority of all of the testimony thus far today has been from former girlfriend Cassie Ventura. Ventura said the hotel rooms they used for the freak-offs would typically be trashed after the drug-fueled sex performances. She testified they would try to clean up a bit, and typically they'd leave a good tip. Many times, one of Combs' staff members would go in and clean up more. Combs was often charged by hotels for the damages, Ventura said. She recalled hearing Combs' staff members take calls from the hotels about the matter. One specific time, Ventura recalled the Intercontinental in New York charging Combs a really high number for damage to the hotel room. Court took a short break, and upon returning, Ventura testified that the freak-offs orchestrated by Combs became disgusting and overwhelming. She told the jury how, at times, Combs himself would urinate on her or demand an escort do so. Ventura testified that she didn't want anyone to urinate on her, adding that she felt humiliated. It was disgusting. It was too much. It was overwhelming. He was really really testing the waters regarding what he could and could not do to this woman. Ventura testified that Combs tasked her with finding escorts for the freak-offs, and she noted that Combs had very specific physical requirements for the men. That's suspicious. Yeah, it's weird. Ventura said she'd find escorts by responding to ads on Craigslist and Backpage at Combs' direction. Once again, he does not really care about her safety. Ventura, and he is, thus far I know we're day two into this trial, but he is very methodical, and the premeditation of I'm going to set this up to make it seem like this is what she wanted or this is what she orchestrated, and as a safety measure, I'm going to have all of this intimidation going on and blackmail footage so that she never comes after me. Never say never, homie. Never say never. Ventura said she'd find escorts by responding to ads on Craigslist and Backpage at Combs' direction. The jury then reviewed a text message conversation between Ventura and a man she said would facilitate escorts. He would send her photos of the men they could hire, she said. I'd usually show them to Sean and see if the person was of interest for a freak-off, Ventura said. Combs had to approve escorts, she testified. I definitely had to show him. Well, I mean, everything else in their relationship and lives had to go through him, so it's not a shocker. Ventura said escorts were typically paid between $1,500 and $6,000 for freak-offs. She often handed them the money, although it was provided by Combs, she said. Sometimes the cash was brought to the location by Combs' security. The escorts were almost always men, with a few exceptions, according to Ventura. Part 2, linked in the comments. Part 2. Ventura described how she would vet a new escort if they hadn't used them before. Sean would want me to clarify if the person was a cop. I learned that this whole situation was not legal. Her remark prompted Judge Aaron Subramanian to tell the jury to disregard the comment about the legality of the freak-offs. Now I understand the judge's duty here. But my question is, was she wrong? Was she wrong? Was she wrong? Prosecutor Emily Johnson showed photos of some of the escorts who participated in freak-offs. Some that were pictured participated in freak-offs in multiple states, according to Ventura's testimony. Ventura said that the escorts' travel was sometimes coordinated by her, sometimes a travel agent for the company that Combs owned, and sometimes by the escort themselves. Ventura testified that she would tell Combs' travel agent that she needed to arrange travel for a new staff member when she needed to fly an escort in for a freak-off. She also testified that she would use drugs at every freak-off and that she took all kinds of drugs ranging from ecstasy, marijuana, and mushrooms. And I quote, "For me, it was dissociative and numbing. I couldn't imagine myself doing any of that without having some sort of buffer or just a way not to feel it for what it really was," she said. Combs provided the drugs, and sometimes his staff would drop them off, according to her testimony. Someone would drop off drugs to me, wherever I was.